has not been the practice that army officers, whether senior or junior, retire peacefully. It has not been the case. The army of 1971, many Acholi and Langi army officers were killed by the new group of Idi Amin, which was coming in. That was their retirement. So many of them, Araj, Langoya, so many, all those senior officers of the UA. Then, when we came in 1979, we sent all the others into prison. The ones whom we did not kill on the front line, some died there, like the one they were calling Sule. There was a notorious character called Sule. I think he was killed in Rukaya. And all the others they were put in jail. That was their retirement. Retirement to go into jail. Then 1986, when we disbanded the UNLA, of course for us we had a different approach. We never killed people except those who died in battle, and instead absorbed many of the officers of the soldiers and officers. But I don't think they got benefits for what they had done. They were just absorbed in the NRA, but they never got the akasimo, the apoyo of what they had done. So therefore, really, this is the first time in the history of this area for people working for the army, because even in the pre-colonial times, of course, that time we were under the kings, these kingdoms were fighting one another. There was no proper reward for warriors. So this is really the first time that we are beginning to have an institutionalized way of taking the services of warriors and then rewarding them when they are in service, reward them when they die, reward them when they retire. This is the first time. So I'm really very happy to be part of this process. It was a pity that General Tumine died just a few days before this occasion. And he's not the only one, because even General Pecos, Tesa, the other batch, you remember he didn't come. It was his daughter who came. He was still alive. But soon after he also died, Pecos. But all of you have really created a very strong foundation which the future generations should have no excuse in not using it properly. They can improve, they can add on, but the foundation is there. Now, on the issue of the welfare of soldiers, I told you from the beginning that the issue of welfare will be handled at the right time. Because doing things, like Mwalimu said, fanya mapinduzi kama kusonga ugali. When you are making millet, you don't put flour in the water until the water has boiled to a certain point. Otherwise, the millet will be spoiled. So when we came from the bush, all these people who were members of the High Command know what we said. We said the issue now is weapons, ammunition, maybe clothes, and medicine. The rest should wait. Accommodation, all those things we could not have managed if we had tried to be maridadi. We would never have managed to defend the country. But now, with a bit of a bigger economy, I think it is time to especially now that, and you have done it very well, you supported your country for no pay or for low pay. Either no pay or low pay. For long enough for the country to stabilize. And now, when we are beginning to retire, the country you supported is now a bit more able to also support you. And this is what happened. So that's why I insisted. I said, no, together with the scientists, these people who are going their way, please, let them not go with misery. Let them go well. And even the ones who are staying, their pay now is now much better for the generals and for the others coming up. And with the time, we're also going to address, because we had already addressed the others up to captain. This was a few years ago, when we said the private should be at the same level with a teacher. That one was achieved in 2019 or something like that. So the ones who are not handled were the major and up. And these are the ones we have now handled, either partially or wholly, both for pay and for retirement. So we are moving well, and I would want everybody to be patient. Now the retirement is good because, especially if you go with a little bit of money, you can really consolidate your life. And I would like to advise, don't involve yourselves in risky things. Don't listen to people who will hear that you have some money and come and say, you invest here, invest here, invest. No, please. My advice, there are two areas of investment which I think are sure. One is commercial agriculture. Because as long as people live, they will need food. You have seen what happened with this corona. All businesses collapsed. Hotels collapsed. The ones who had vehicles, because you see with corona you couldn't transport aeroplanes got bankrupt. Big airlines got bankrupt because people could not travel because of the corona. Therefore, they collapsed. Hotels ran into problems. But eating, you could not stop. And I know this because, you know, I'm a farmer. I know that I'm a farmer. So, my advice to generals, please, buy yourself 4 acres model. In some of the areas, like my area, Gomba, when I first went there, 1990, I was buying an acre at 250,000 shillings. So I was able to buy big land. Some people are saying I should buy near the tarmac road. I said, because it was very remote that time. I said, I don't need tarmac road, I need to farm. What I need is where there is land and pasture for cows, and that's how I got that good land. The price has now come up. I think I heard it was like now 4 million shillings an acre or something like that. So with this money you are getting, in some of these areas, if you do market survey carefully, you can get yourself, don't buy a big piece of land. Even if you buy yourself 4 or 5 acres, and you do our 4 acres model, 1 acre for coffee, 1 acre for fruits, 1 acre for pasture for zero grazing, 1 acre for food. Then in the backyard you do chicken and pigs. If you are near a wetland, you do fish farming later, but you do them progressively, don't take on too much. You can be sure you will get good income in a sure way. So, small scale commercial agriculture is what I recommend. Don't buy a big piece of land, because if you try to buy 100 acres, it will finish all your money. You buy small and start with that. Now, the other area which I think is a bit safe is rentals. Although rentals are not as safe as agriculture, but if you build yourself some rentals, when there is no corona and people start getting problems, you can get the income also from the rentals. And it is easy to manage. It's not very difficult to manage. It's not like a hotel where you need to manage buying food and detergents and what. It is simple. These are the 2 areas I think are a bit safe for you. In any case, they are a base. Because if I have land, even if I don't use it today, I will use it tomorrow. It is there, if it is secured. So please don't squander this money by opportunities coming to you. Let's invest in this one. Please be careful. Be careful. So you have done under work now. Go and do something in the economy. In the years, in these last years. Now, finally, Gen Ssejjusa talked about our civilian supporters in the Wero area. Actually, I have followed that one up. When I appointed the new Minister of State for Wero, I gave her all the names, all the ones I knew, our supporters, the ones who were giving us accommodation. So I will tell Ariskawa to be in touch with Gen Ssejjusa in case there are some whom I may not have remembered, so that she she captured them, and because she has been visiting them, I told her to visit each one of them, all the children, if the adults have gone away. Now, Gen Ssejjusa, for instance, talked about Chofa Togarie, one of our contacts in Kapeka. His son is now the minister of Kampala. I appointed him. He was not a member of parliament, but I educated them, but I also appointed him. So we shall definitely not forget those. Now, finally today, General Naroiso